let's move on to the final topic of this week's Cohn Zohn. The Jordan Reed signing from a different perspective. How do you think George Kittle feels about the signing and perceives it? What do you think?
I'd like you to answer that one first.
Okay. Now, it's possible that the Niners and George Kittle have an extension agreed upon in principle, and they'll announce it in the next couple of weeks, and in which case Kittle doesn't care about this deal. But if this drags on and he doesn't get his extension this year and he has to wait another year, I think it's possible, if not probable, that Kittle looks at this and is pissed and says, gee, you signed another tight end. You traded for a left tackle and gave him money up front and promised not to franchise tag him. You gave John Lynch an extension. You gave Kyle Shanahan an extension. Raheem Mostert a raise. What about me? Am I not the best player on the team? Am I not the number one priority? Why are you treating me like I'm just any other guy or someone who needs to wait his turn? So what? I mean, he has no leverage now. He's going to come and play most likely. But what could happen is next year, he could file all this away, remember it, and feel like, you know what? The Niners were really crummy to me in negotiations for no good reason. I'm their best player. They should like me. And they really, I felt, were disrespectful and insulting. So next year, I'm not going to really be interested in negotiating an extension with them. If they give me the franchise tag, I'll ask for a trade, but I could play for any team at this point. I'm not, my eyes are open, and I feel like this team is just any other team, and I want to get what I'm worth. I think that's possible, but maybe that's too far down the line. What do you think?
I want to start with a question. Over the last couple of weeks, I have reminded you to text his agent, Bechta, right?
Yep.
Bechta,
Yep.
Famous agent. What's his first name?
Jack.
Jack Bechta. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
You texted him yesterday.
Yesterday.
And what happened?
He didn't get back to me.
Okay. Fair enough. He's entitled not to. He just doesn't owe you anything.
Nope.
And he wants to keep this under wraps. Although my gut feeling, I can't prove it, is talking to other people.
NFL Network, I'm thinking. Yeah.
I don't know, but he may be. Although it's interesting, you should really talk to Sports Illustrated because, I want to brag here. My son is Sports Illustrated. Anyway, so we're not really learning. I mean, what were some of the questions you asked, Bechta?
How do you feel about the 49ers signing Jordan Reed? And do you expect George Kittle to get an extension before the regular season starts?
Yeah, those are fair questions.
Yep.
Now, he clearly doesn't want to answer them because he feels it may compromise what he's doing with the Niners. I got it.
I don't know. I guess he feels more comfortable whispering to national reporters than local reporters. That's his business.
Yeah, and also he doesn't really know you.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, nothing about Jack Bechta, although he was Jim Harbaugh's agent at Stanford, he's not a big-time agent. He is kind of like a mid-tier agent, and he gets a lot of the guys from Iowa. And to Kittle's credit, he didn't ditch this guy because Kittle was just a fifth-round pick. If he could have ditched this guy and gotten whoever Armstead's agent is or Buckner's, the Joel Siegel, someone like that, but he's actually stuck with the generic Iowa guy. So this is a big negotiation for Jack Bechta. He's punching a little bit above his weight.
I love that. And I love when you use the boxing analogies.
You see what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's like a lightweight going up to middleweight. You don't carry the punch with you.
Yeah. I'm
going to give an alternate interpretation of how I look at this from Kittle's point of view. I'm saying it's an alternate. I'm not saying I necessarily believe it. What I know about him is that he's really a competitor.
Yes.
And I think his attitude is just like Jimmy Garoppolo. They can bring in any tight end they want. I'm going to kick his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he's thinking. I mean, that's what a competitor would think. Parag and Jed, you can play whatever games you want. You can bring whoever you want. I'm going to remind you, I'm the best player, and there's going to be no tight end on this team. And what's more, Iggy, it's not like he's going to be impoverished. He's going to get a raise, right? He's probably going to.
Absolutely. But the question, I think he wants a certain amount. The Niners are willing to give him a certain amount, and it could be $3, $4, $5 million apart. Okay. And what the NFL Network is saying is that Kittle doesn't seem inclined to give the Niners a discount. And what we're seeing is the Niners don't seem inclined to up their offer, at least so far.
Okay, but there's going to be some agreement. He's not. What does he play for now?
$2 million.
Okay,
and it's possible he'll play on that this year.
He'll play for $2 million.
It's possible.
Okay, here's what I think. I think he won't play for $2 million. I think they'll work something out and he'll earn 13 or 14 million, and they'll talk again at the end of the season after he shows what a great player he is once again. Now, again, I'm not even saying I necessarily believe it, but I'm saying it's very important that we put all of our scenarios out there.
I want to real quick talk about Kittle before we move on. Because you gave a scenario and I didn't get to give one. Real quick. You said you expect that Kittle signs before the season starts.
Yeah.
Let's say a scenario that he doesn't. That the 49ers have offered him maybe $13 million a year and Kittle is asking for maybe $16 million a year and neither side budges. I think it's possible that I think that's what's going to happen. The Niners say, look, if you want your extension, you got to take what we're offering you. And if you want more, then wait. I think Kittle will wait. He'll play for what he's got. And then next year, like you said, he'll have a great year, and then he'll expect the Niners to up their offer and see things his way. If they don't, if they give him the franchise tag, then I think he'll request a trade. But that's a whole different thing. Maybe they will, after another great year of George Kittle, give him the money he wants next year.
Iggy, franchise tag, they couldn't give it to him for this season.
No, he's under contract for 2 years.
And
for $2 million. $2 million.
How much would the franchise tag be at the end of this season?
If they gave him the tag in 2021, it would pay him $10 million. And you think, well, he should be happy. He won't. It's probably less than what they're offering him right now.
Okay. Here's what I want to say, and then I want to get back to Lynch. I'm saying he's going to sign before the season starts. And you're saying he won't.
Right.
Let's make a bet.
Okay.
I want to bet a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Okay.
A nice one.
Oh, yeah. Let's say, I'm saying, Iggy, it has to be at least $40.
I was going to say 42. Let's go to the $40 limit.
The $40 limit. Okay. And what I'm thinking California Pinot.
California Pinot. Okay. Sounds good.
But not Russian River. I don't like their stuff.
Okay. And if we go into Oregon, is that okay? Do we make a special dispensation?
We go to Oregon. I just don't want Russian River, and at least $40.
Sounds good.